Briana Aldridge, joined by Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News, and we are preparing for Week 3 to head to Chicago to hopefully have the Bears fall to 0-3, but they are very hungry for their first win. Schottenheimer just got his. It was not pretty, but like Brock Hoffman said earlier today, they got the win. That's all that matters. But let's talk about who had their first practice today as a Dallas Cowboy. We'll go to Jadeveon Clowney, who's 32 years old, but says he has a lot in the tank. How do you think having him will help that defensive end room?
It's going to help. This is an elite pass rusher. Now, he was the #1 overall pick in Houston, so he didn't fulfill to what we think a #1 pick overall should be, but he's still one of the best pass rushers that they have. I think it's an instant upgrade for what was currently on this roster. Nothing against those guys, nothing personal. It's just business. If those guys were any good, Clowney would not be here. I think he expects to play in Chicago. I'd be kind of surprised if he gets a full workload. He said he's been in this situation before a couple of years ago, and he got a full workload. So if he gets about 15, 20 snaps and he's productive, I think that's a good thing.
Who do you think? I feel like when you bring a new person, somebody else snaps has to go away. That's just how the math works. When you're looking at Sam Williams, Dante Fowler, who do you think they're going to have to take away? And I feel like most of Cowboys Nation likes what they've been seeing from James Houston and hopes that's not the one who suffers.
Yeah, I think James Houston needs to get more snaps, but that's not, I think he will get more snaps. I think Donovan Zaraku might get some snaps reduced. I think Marshawn Nealon might get some snaps reduced. Everyone's going to lose about 2 or 3 snaps because you're playing Clowney, right? And that's a good thing because it keeps guys fresher. And look, you get an elite guy out in the field.
Well, let's talk about some of the injuries. Last game, I saw Brock Hoffman needing help by 2 trainers getting back to that locker room.
It was like this big.
It was not well. So he's going to be out, what they're saying, roughly at least 6 weeks, could be longer. So you got Brock Hoffman. What confidence do you see Schottenheimer having in Brock Hoffman going and stepping in for Beebe?
I like Cooper Beebe a lot, but Brock Hoffman is a nasty guy. He's feisty. That's what they want. He's played center and guard with the Cowboys. He'll be fine. And he had a fumbled snap in the game against the Giants, but Dak Prescott said that was his fault, and that's okay. Now, it's not like you're going all the way down in talent level here with Brock Hoffman over Cooper Beebe, but it's okay. He's more than a serviceable replacement. You hate to have him out there for 6 to 8 weeks because this is how long Beebe's going to be out, but I think he'll be fine because he's done this before in a shorter time span, but it's going to be okay.
And then we have Kevontae Turpin, who's kind of being utilized a little bit of everything. Saw him walking back to the locker room and then waited for all of his teammates, gave him each a handshake when they headed in after the big win. Do you think he'll make it onto the field this week, or is that not officially ruled out there?
Brian Schottenheimer thinks he'll be good to go. I saw Turpin on Monday, and I said, hey, how you feeling? And he said, oh, it's okay. No contact for me this week. I said, okay. He's confident he'll play it because they're going to need him because without him, the kick returns was a little shaky against the Giants. And when you go to Chicago, it might be windy, might rain. You need your veteran Pro Bowl kick returner back there. So hopefully, for the Cowboys' sake, he'll be fielding punts and kick returns. But I think we really won't know until Friday, because that's 3 days to see how the neck is feeling and that kind of thing.
And what are you seeing from the special teams? I'm used to the Cowboys, that's being their strong focal point, and right now, it's only been 2 weeks of play, but they're at the bottom of the list when you're talking about ranking special teams. We know why they're ranked at the bottom of the list because of what they put on display defensively. But what are you seeing special teams? Is it just the penalties that's hurting them this bad?
Well, Brandon Aubrey's been spectacular, so that's not breaking news, right?
Yeah.
But the penalties, that's something that's a concern. Ryan Florian had a penalty. There was a false start on the kickoff. You can't have those types of things. The punting could be a little bit better. The returns could be better, but, Turpin's injury kind of messed that up. This is a first-year special teams coordinator, so he's got to get his act together a little bit with these guys. And it's tough because you're mixing and matching a lot of young guys fighting for their jobs on the roster. So it's difficult, but I think as the season progresses, this unit will get better.
Overall, going to Chicago, another type of environment. This is the Matt Eberflus revenge game, if you will, right? Just another game. Maybe not. If the team lets you go, you're going to want to get that win out there. What do you feel like from what you saw with the Giants? What do the Cowboys have to clean up if they want to come out with a win?
You got to get that pass rush going. Russell Wilson was just like, is anybody back here? Anybody? He was good, right? So they got a younger quarterback. Caleb Williams is year 2. They got to put a lot of pressure on him, and they got to fix that communication on the back end in the secondary. Donovan Wilson, Malik Hooker, they were a little, I don't know what they were looking at,
Yeah.
but they got to solve that problem. Kira Elam and I had a really nice talk, lovely chat, by the way, and he said the communication is a fixable thing and it's an easy fix. It's just about communicating and talking. So we'll find out on Sunday in Chicago.
Well, sound like a lot of optimism from Coach Schottenheimer today. Also said the communication feels like it could be fixable. So only time will tell, but that will do it for now. For Calvin Watkins, for Briana Aldridge.